Hey, I'm Kalash, and I make cool stuff. I like making both cute and creepy things, and today I will be making the latter. I'll start with a face-shaped piece of foil and cover that with polymer clay. I find faces to be one of the hardest things to make, and I struggle with that a lot. But you can never learn and improve if you don't get out of your comfort zone and do things you're bad at. This was my first time sculpting a face this big. When you make miniature faces, you can get away with a lot of things, but when it's in bigger scale, you have to make things right or everything just looks off. I think this face I made still looks kind of off in the end, but I did alright and now I will do a better job next time. I am cheating a bit though because I'm not sculpting the eyes. After I was done sculpting, I went over it with isopropyl alcohol to smooth out the surface. And after baking, I also sanded it. Then I gave her a neck. This also has foil inside to save some clay. For her hair, I added a bunch of clay and smoothed it together. I ended up cutting some of it away because it looked weird and too full. Then I drew in lines and later also smoothed them with alcohol. I also gave her a few strands of hair on her forehead. After baking, I primed her face white and then went over it with the light beige pink skin tone. I mixed up lighter and darker colors and went over the places where you would expect shadows and highlights to be. I also rosed up her cheeks a bit with a red soft pastel. Her lips got a layer of dark purple and then a lighter red on the inside. There are matte lipsticks, but I wanted this one to be shiny, so I covered her lips with gloss varnish. Then her eye sockets got painted black. At this point, she was really reminding me of the other mother from Coraline, and now I want to make something Coraline related, but at the same time, I don't want to make any faces. Lastly, I painted her hair dark brown and then lighter brown highlights. To make the eyeballs, I rolled out balls from foil and squished the part where the iris will be. Then I covered it with clay and drew in the eyeballs. At this moment, I am extremely happy I don't use my pink clay anymore. And I made a few more of them. Okay, maybe a bit more than a few. Now would be a great time to have an airbrush, but I don't, so I had the pleasure of painting all the eyeballs by hand. I mixed the white paint with gray and a tiny bit of blue and orange, but I think they still ended up a bit too white and clean looking. Then I colored the eyes in various eye colors. this part was a lot of fun, so it kind of offset the pain of hours of painting them white. I drew on veins with a red color pencil. I tried with paint first, but this looked so much better. I also went over them with a red soft pastel. And I filled the eyes with UV resin. Then I mixed up epoxy resin and took a brush I won't miss. And I covered the whole eyeball with resin. I lied, I do miss this brush. I'm sure I could have cleaned it somehow, but it was the middle of the night, so I just threw it out. I painted the frame that will hold everything black and white. This wooden frame was actually a gift, and it had chocolate in it. I was so excited when I got it because I was already imagining what I could make with it. The chocolate was okay as well, I guess. At first I used 2-part epoxy glue to glue everything down, but I got tired of mixing it and I later switched to super glue. And that's it. Thank you to these wonderful people for their support, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!